recording. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. We are here with Shawn and Sara. I've interviewed them a few times before, but they came back. Thank you guys so much. So we could talk more about everything that's happened this season, talk about the little one.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your guys' baby.
Thank you.
You got lucky you had a C-section too with that big baby.
Yeah, for sure. I couldn't imagine doing it any other way, even though that's super painful, but you know.
Yeah, I just went through it a couple weeks ago. Or no, like 3 weeks ago. Time's flying by. But how are you guys? How old is she now?
She is 9 months old now.
Oh my gosh, it's been that long?
Yeah.
You've been able to keep it a secret that long. It's been hard.
Yeah,
very,
that's
very hard.
You guys haven't like ran into nobody.
We do all the time, but but the fans, they respect us. They don't want to ruin it for everybody else, you know, and they just kind of they get their picture with us or whatever. We just kind of put the baby outside of it, but they respect that and we appreciate that, because at the end of the day, the fans what makes all this possible. So
yeah, you guys got lucky because like most people, it gets leaked like way before. You guys are like probably the only couple I've seen that people haven't seen pictures of before it was like announced on TV.
Right. Yeah. I literally still can't even believe it because it's not like we don't go in public. I mean, I live at Walmart, so I'm shocked. Especially, someone doing a sneak, that happened with us when I was pregnant.
At the zoo.
So I just can't believe it didn't happen, with the actual baby.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. So how's getting adjusted to being a parent?
Well, we're both already parents, so I mean we've already kind of been there before, but it's definitely like starting over, because Abby, she's 8 now. And his youngest is 11, 12. So it's been a big gap since each of us has had a baby, so it's definitely different.
Yeah, some of the stuff comes back, and then some of the stuff is like, oh crap, I forgot, so it's
and then every baby's different too. Some babies are super calm, some are crazy. So how does your daughter? What'd you say, Shawn?
Well, I was just gonna say she thinks she's bigger than she is,
That's how my daughter is. She's always trying to fight with her cat and stuff. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So what was I gonna say? Are you staying at home taking care of the baby while Shawn works? Is that how you guys doing it, or are you guys doing daycare?
No, I stay at home with her.
Are you helping out, Shawn? Are you changing diapers and all that?
I do. I try to help when I can. I really do. Most of the time she don't let me. She just jumps in and does it. So.
I'm so used to doing it. It's my fault. Like he offers to help, and most of the time I'm so used to doing it that I just jump and do it. But he does help me.
That's good.
I think that's where the intro. What is that? Trying to think of, that's where I think she still thinks she's in prison, because she thinks she has to do it all by herself, that I'm not right here,
Oh yeah.
Institutionalized. That's the word,
It comes automatic to me. As a mom, you automatically just want to do the stuff. So it's just
Yeah, I get it. So let me see. Has any of your kids met her yet? Shawn?
No, not yet.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but I saw Kelly in a Facebook group. I guess some people were saying like the baby came out dark, trying to say it wasn't Shawn's, and she was trying to say, oh well, Shawn's Italian and this and that. Do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, look at her.
Yeah.
I mean, I did come across it, and I even have listened this episode. I literally couldn't believe the amount of like people that said things. I have heard everything under the sun. She wasn't in a rear facing car seat, which is ridiculous because that was obviously a camera angle. And literally, like, they don't let you leave. You just had a baby. They inspect your car seat and your installation before you leave. At least they do here.
Oh no, they did with me too.
Right. And people had said that, her neck was turned, too far. Like I've heard it all. And then yeah, she yeah, she came out dark, which okay. You want to try this one? What about this? There we go.
Oh yeah, she wants that.
Yeah. So yeah, I've heard there's been a lot of crap this episode, but I mean Shawn is Italian and he naturally has like
I'm always dark. People think I have a tan all the time. Like it doesn't mean like I've been yelled at for not speaking Spanish and all that. I'm like, I'm not Spanish. Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, like it's that was definitely one of the wildest things that I heard. I assumed that it was basically implied that I was cheating, which obviously is not the case because 90% of people that have seen her say she looks just like him. Yeah. And it's ridiculous, but
yeah, people were always going to say something. And a lot of babies come out dark too. Like my daughter is like super tan too, and neither me or my fiance are tan.
Right. And honestly, a lot of mixed babies and stuff, they don't even get their color right away either. So it just was mind-boggling to me to see that stuff. I'm like, seriously? Wow. I mean,
it's called the GoPro on the back of the seat facing her, so it made it look. So when I looked back, in fact, if you looked at one of the scenes, it actually looks back, you could see the mirror, and that's what I was looking in, and then it cut to her, you know what I mean? Because they obviously had the car, the GoPro looking at her,
Literally had people DM me like stuff on how to install a car seat.
Oh my God.
These people are insane to me. I've never in all of my life have.
Yeah.
But you gotta love them, right? Because that's what makes the show, right? If you didn't have people like that, it wouldn't be no fun. So to sit here and
you can speak for yourself on that.
So I saw your post like talking about the car seat. I thought it was so funny because she was like flipping the camera off too.
Exactly what I got to say, because obviously I couldn't see her neck. I thought Shawn was being dramatic, and when I seen it, I did buy one of the insert things. Like I didn't know that I would need that. You know what I mean? You don't. Yeah. And they didn't used to have stuff like that. Yeah. Like back in the day. And you know what? Guess what? All those babies are fine. She's fine. Like it wasn't like a huge deal. It was like a 10-minute ride. Yeah. And it's just people just always have to nitpick at something. But it was such a beautiful moment, having her and bringing her home, and for people to like nitpick every little negative thing about it was super disappointing.
Yeah, it's one thing when people nitpick like you guys, so when they start coming after your parenting, it's a whole nother level.
It sure is.
So let me see where I'm at. Okay, so Shawn, we found out about Destiny and all her kids, which I knew about for a while. Did she tell you about her gang of kids she has, or did you like find out?
Not at first. I kind of figured it out later on in life. You know what I mean? When people were telling me different things. So.
Oh, so you didn't find out from her? You found out from other people?
Not from her. Like right when the show first aired, somebody showed me all this stuff. But I think somebody asked me that in an interview before, and that's something for kind of for her to comment on. Like I don't know exactly the whole story on all of that. So.
Yeah, I was like, I remember her giving you a hard time about all your kids, and then meanwhile she's almost caught up with you, and then at least like you've been in their lives and stuff like that. So what were your thoughts when she told you she was pregnant?
I just thought it was crazy. Like, again, I'm not, here to talk about her or to, to bash anybody or anything like that. I just thought it was ridiculous,
Yeah. So, okay, and I don't know if you can answer this or not, Sarah, because I kind of saw in the preview, and just let me know if you can't, like they're going to show something in the next episode, but have you, besides like, I guess what they're going to show next episode, have you ever heard from Destiny? Has she like ever hit up your inbox or anything like that?
Not until you see what you see.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Yep.
What were you thinking, Shawn, when you were like thinking about sending this girl money? Did you really think it was gonna shut her up?
I think he just says shit to say it. Honestly, like I don't think that he ever honestly thought that that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to speak for you, but like, come on.
Yeah. I was like, oh man, this dude better not send her no money. What would you done if you found out he sent her money?
I would wring his neck.
She told me she would go back to jail again.
Yeah. Oh snap. We don't want that.
I like, in the finances thing, that's a whole nother thing. We do have a joint bank account, but everybody thinks that, I don't know if they don't know what joint bank account means. Obviously, he has access to the money.
Yeah,
like he has his own bank card. I'm not just like hoarding it away and telling him he can't have none. He does respect me enough to like ask, because we, I am big on saving money and like trying to like build for us, you know what I mean? And he is terrible with money, and he chose to give me that how do I say that?
Control, I guess.
The control of it. And it's not like I just came in and bulldozed like, oh, give me all your money. You can't have nothing.
And my kids still come first. Anytime they need something, she, we send it to, to Kelly, like everything.
It's not really. Yeah, you want your toys? But yeah, it's not, he's not not allowed to have nothing.
Yeah. Was there anything specific Shawn did and you're like, okay, this dude's like really bad with money? Like,
I mean, literally, like, the thing with me was he never knew where it went. Like he would get a paycheck and it would just be gone and he would have no clue why. And it's because he's buying, his coworkers lunch and stuff. And it's like they have their jobs. They're making money just like you are. They can buy their own freaking lunch. That's how I felt about it. We got all these kids. We can't be buying somebody a cheeseburger every day. I'm sorry. Like you can't do that. Or it's just in general, like I don't even think he knows where the money went. Like it's just he's just bad with it. Like he'll see something and lottery tickets or whatever, just goofy stuff that doesn't even need to be bought, like stuff like that. And I was just like, just give me a month to show you that, and ever since then we haven't looked back and we're doing good.
Yeah, and Shawn, I remember when I interviewed him the first time, he was bragging about you got your credit score up and all that, so that's great.
Yep, I got
credit's important.
It definitely is, and I never really, before prison and stuff, I never really even cared. Obviously, I didn't care about credit or nothing like that, so to be able to get out and build that was super nice. Like I can go just about anywhere and get approved for a credit card, which is nice. Can be dangerous, but it's nice.
Yeah, you don't want to turn into Chance.
God.
Freaking Chance.
I get it though. You get, when you get your credit score up there, they send you. I get how many offers in the mail each day.
But it's exciting, if you've never had it, and it's kind of like exciting to know that you can go and buy. Like I think she has 6. I think that's a little too many, but it's one of those things where we just kind of have them there in case we need them. You know what I mean? Like we use them and then paid them off right away just to kind of, so now it's like we don't really need to use them because she's, was able to save everything that we made. You know, and it's kind of good to be able to have that. So
it's like a safety net,
Like our next adventure that we do, you know what I mean? We'll have the money to do it.
Yeah. Are you guys, I've asked you guys this last time, has your mind changed about having any more kids anytime soon?
Nope, we're done. Yeah. We are so done. Yep. We have, he has his other kids, I have mine, and we have ours together, and it's beautiful, and we are happy with what we have.
Yeah, I'm like, I got 2 kids under 2. I'm like, oh man, I'm in over my head
I
right
give
now.
you props. My friends, I got 2 friends that have that same thing, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Just this one alone, it's like,
Oh yeah. Just wait till she's
lot.
like 18 months and all over the place climbing on
I'm
everything.
terrified because she literally has an attitude already, and like
Oh
I can already tell what kind of a 18-month-old 2-year-old she's gonna be.
yeah, she's gonna be a sassy little girl.
Oh yeah.
So has your mom opened up to Shawn at all? Like, or is she still not a big fan of him?
I think it has gotten better, but
Mhm.
she's obviously always going to be mama bear. And, I think she's realized that, me and him we're married, we're going to be together. And it's kind of like, even if she don't like it, she has to accept it because, he's my
Yeah.
husband now. It's not changing, you know what I mean? So like she still has her opinions.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you follow your mom on Instagram or TikTok?
Yeah, she's
Your
quite
mom's
the character.
I was looking at her page the other day. I was cracking up. I'm like, Sarah, you better come get your mom.
She is a hot mess. I already know. Gotta love her though.
Yeah, she looks like she's living her best life though.
She is.
So, did your mom meet her husband through you? Because I remember he said he knew you before your mom.
No, actually, just from around I guess the way he said it implied that he knew me before he knew her. Like he knew both of us around that same time. He just had been with her for 8 years. Like they were friends. Like we were all friends before that. And then it was just like the last 8 years
okay.
that they have been together.
Do you live close to your mom?
Yeah, probably about
that's good.
20 minutes or something.
Yeah, that's good, especially when you have a baby.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. Okay, and I don't know if you feel comfortable talking about this or not, but do you have a relationship with your dad? I remember you said he didn't come to the wedding or anything.
No, honestly, what's crazy is he like called me the day before the wedding and like promised me he was going to be there and all this other stuff. And when I literally haven't heard a word from him since. My dad is in addiction. He's always been in addiction and in prison. So, he doesn't think he has kids, I guess, or doesn't care, or maybe he just thinks since I'm grown he doesn't have to be a father anymore. I'm not really sure, but I've just learned to accept it because I can't change him or his lifestyle. I choose not to be around it because I can't have it affecting my life. Yeah. And I wish him the best, but I don't have a relationship with him at this point.
Yeah. You guys had a lot of people at your wedding too. Was that all Shawn's family, your family, both you guys?
It was really just a lot of
it was mostly her family. I had probably a half a dozen or no, probably more than that. I probably had maybe two.
It was a pretty good mix.
Yeah, it was a good mix. Like it was hard to get everybody that we could get because of course not everybody wants to be.
Yeah, I actually had a lot of family that chose not to come because they didn't want to be on camera, even though they had the option to be blurred out. They just, I guess, just didn't want anything to do with it.
That and the COVID testing, nobody wanted to do that.
Yeah, you had to get COVID tested.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Because during that time it was, still pretty active. So that was a requirement, and people chose not to come because of that reason too. So there was actually supposed to be a lot more people there, but they chose not to come.
You guys had a lot though.
Yeah, it was just friends and family. And he was actually really happy that some of his everybody for him had to come out of state, so it was nice that
I had some cousins that live in Cleveland that came.
That's cool.
So he came. So
okay. How are you and Kelly's relationship? Like, Shawn, are you guys co-parenting good now, or is there
I think
still a lot
it's
of drama?
I think it's gotten a lot better. I think, Kelly and I finally had the conversation that we needed to have, and I feel like it's gotten a lot better on the co-parenting.
Yeah,
I understand a lot better. I think she understands a lot better. Sara understands a lot better. So it took kind of all three of us to kind of be on the same page. And even though, it's been very stressful and very, you know, I don't know what I'm looking for. Like, I don't know, it's just been very stressful just trying to keep, trying to pacify one person so you don't hurt the other person's feelings type deal. And to come to that boundaries,
yeah,
of what was where it needed to be. And I feel like now we're in a really good place. I get along, trying to still, build my relationship with my kids. With Gracie, like I'm just trying to all along just try to, to be in their lives more than I had. And it it's crazy that I watched the show and I'm like, man, I was like, I really was a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like I
yeah,
get it. And it's like, it's not that it didn't hurt my feel, but it's helped me grow. Like I feel like
yeah,
being on this show, it's helped me grow into a person to where I understand a lot of different things that maybe you don't realize you're being a certain way. And see, because all
yeah,
of our stuff is real. It's also when I see something like, damn, I really am like that. So it's kind of like it really makes you think, and it puts you in perspective of like what you're doing to other people or what you do. When all along I thought I was there for my kids just because I
yeah,
gave Kelly money, I've always given her, but in all reality I really wasn't. So I get
yeah,
that, and I get the backlash that I've gotten from that. And but the main thing was to get Kelly and Sara on the same page, and me kind of figuring that middle ground. And I
yeah.
think that we finally got to that place.
Yeah. Is there any lessons you learned from like your other kids that you're gonna apply to this kid? Like anything you're gonna make sure you do different?
I'm I'm just gonna I'm just gonna be there for her, like I have for my other kids. I don't think I necessarily wasn't there for them,
Hmm.
but I just think that and all in all, I just have to be a better person.
Yeah.
And I think that if I just do the things that, you're kind of supposed to do, I guess, emotionally, that it would probably be better. And I think that's why Kelly was getting so mad at me and I didn't see it, is because I wasn't there for them. Even though I kept saying I was there, I wasn't there for them emotionally. I wasn't there for them when where they needed me. And I never
Yeah.
got that before. And it took Kelly getting mad at me or bad mouthing me, or even in the comments, you know what I mean? Like it just kind of took all that to where it finally said, hey, what's going on? What do I need to do better so that we can co-parent better? And that's what it kind of took. And the show kind of helped us do that. Like I owed all to that, and I feel like it's helped me be myself more. As you can see
Yeah.
this season, I was more myself. I wasn't trying to walk on eggshells or try to hurt this one's feelings or that one's feelings. I didn't care. I was just going with the moment.
Yeah, definitely. So, have you and your kids been closer since like this past season?
I'm trying to get there, but I feel like we have. I feel like I've talked to them more. I
Hmm.
feel like even my youngest one, when we play, on the Xbox or whatever, like I try to do things that they like to do.
Yeah.
I've been sick these past couple of weeks, so I haven't really got to do what I want to do. I just sent them headsets and stuff to just try to, so I
Yeah.
can be able to, communicate with them. And I'm just going to try to do more of what they like to do and insert myself that way where I
Yeah.
wasn't doing that before.
Oh my goodness.
Do you think that you and Kelly have like in the past like issues with communication and stuff like that?
I think that that's my biggest problem even now with Sara is communication. She'll tell you that. Like
Yep.
I don't think that I really know how to communicate. How I'm seeing it is not how she sees it. And it's like, what do you mean you don't see it that? Like, this is how it has to be. And so that's one of my biggest flaws is the communication part. But
Yeah.
I'm working on that, and I'm trying to understand her better. I mean, you feel like this whole relationship with Sara's been fast forward, just nothing but full throttle almost the whole way. And how I thought we were communicating before, we haven't really been communicating like I thought we've been communicating. And it goes the same with Kelly too. Like how I was just doing whatever, and really I wasn't communicating at all. And I'm thinking I have, you know what I mean? So again, it just kind of like learning how to be more myself, you know, like to find myself.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's been a therapy session for me, this whole show. And I've been in therapy this whole time, and then it took everybody to figure it out. I mean, it's kind of a bad way to say it, but it's just kind of like, I feel like it took all that to, you know, because who knows, maybe because of the show, Sarah and I ain't together. You know what I mean? Because it's helped me. It's helped me grow up a lot more than I did to understand her, to where, you know, it just kind of, you know, like the show kind of forces you, not really forces you, but it kind of makes you get to know that person faster than you would have on your own.
Yeah. And that, like, as long as you're taking, you know, what people say is constructive criticism and applying it and stuff like that. I've learned that from being a YouTuber. I used to get like my panties be in a bunch when someone leave a mean comment, get so offended. But then I started realizing, well, some of these people, like some of the things they are saying are right.
And you can't please everyone. And that's what I try to tell her. You try to make one person happy, you're going to piss somebody else off. Like you can't, there's no in between. So you just have to just go with it. And if those people don't like it, then they don't like it, you know? So, and that's the same thing under, you know, get under my, you know, it kind of does get under my skin, but like I try to tell everyone else that maybe is on the show is that you have to have thick skin. If you don't have thick skin, this is not for you, because it's not going to work for you. You have to have thick skin, because there's going to be people out there that are just have nothing better to do than to be mean or whatever. But at the end of the day, you just have to be yourself and the best version of yourself.
Yeah, because even the best people on the show get dragged too.
Yeah, everybody, every actor, there's not one person that doesn't get. You turn on the radio every day and they get dragged. So
yeah, let me see where I'm at. Have you been able to meet the rest of Shawn's kids, Sarah?
Not yet, but we're hopefully planning on a trip soon. I keep saying that, but it's just kind of just trying to make it all with school and everything the best time, you know, to go up there to you know, to see, because there's always one thing after another thing coming up. But we want to definitely do it soon. Like I told Kelly that I was going to make the effort to go up there one way or another. I'm going to, you know, keep my promise and do that part and get up there and see them. So
yeah, was Grace able to come out and see you guys? Like you guys were talking about?
She's came out here. Yeah, she did come out here. You know, so it just kind of like with her, you know, like I think I've hurt Gracie the most, you know what I mean? As far as not being there, and I get that. But it's just kind of like, it's going to take, like I keep having to tell myself, it's going to take time. Like it's not something that I did overnight, that I can undo overnight. It's something that's going to take probably years down there. But the best thing I can do is try to be that better father and try to be there, you know, more for them. And the first step is for Sarah to be able to meet the rest of my kids, and we're going to do that. It just makes it just, you know, everything has just been hectic.
Yeah. Did you get upset with how Kelly handled things at the wedding, like for you, Shawn? Or do you feel like, do you wish things would have went differently, how she handled it? Or
I just think with Gracie being upset, it's like I know like nobody else gets it, and they all saying that Gracie's just, you know, whatever the mean names that they were saying, which was uncalled for. You know, for the longest time is Gracie's been she's my only girl, you know, besides now, but she was my, you know, and all this time she's wanted a little sister or whatever, and always had, you know, brother. So here I am starting a new relationship, a new way, and then you know, we have a girl. And so it kind of like, we had the talk before the wedding, and she was fine, and she just couldn't, it just got to her all at one time, seeing everybody, you know, excited about that. And I get that. And all the backlash for that part of that was just uncalled for. Like I agree that, you know, she was 17 at the time. Like I get it, but it was like, you have to, 18. Or 18, but I'm just saying, you know, you have to, at the end of the day, just, you know, like, I understand where she was coming from, and that's all that matters. Like it just, everything just got.
Kelly.
Oh, and the fact that, on the whole Kelly thing, I didn't really know what was going on until it went on. Like I didn't know, like
It happened so
it
quick.
happened so fast that I didn't catch it. You guys saw it all happen on camera because they were filming. I had no idea. I wasn't even nowhere near any of that to happen, so I don't know to be able to answer that. I don't know what was said, what wasn't said. All I could see is what you guys saw.
Yeah.
And that's how there's but at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yeah. Does let me see where I'm at. And Kelly, do you feel like she's jealous of your relationship or anything like that? Like she was saying, "Oh, that could have been me there at the wedding."
I mean, she spent a long time with Shawn, and of course, anybody that's been in a relationship with somebody for that long it's not going to feel good seeing that, regardless of if you still care about them that way or not. Like I don't think you have to like still be in love with somebody to feel hurt feelings when something like that happens. So I do get that. I don't think that she's jealous of our relationship. I just think that she just holds a lot of resentment against Shawn, and like, we understand why, like he's been very open about how he's messed up and stuff, and it's just kind of like, we just want to move forward past the past and leave the past where it is, like he can't undo the things that he's done. Nobody can change the past, so it's kind of like, there just needs to, we just need to move past that and get over that hump of, what happened before and focus on, now in the future.
Yeah. And Kelly's moved on, right? She's had a boyfriend for like the past 10 years, right? Are you friends? Have you talked to him, Shawn? You get along with him?
I mean, I get along with him. Like I'm, for the most part, I don't like hang out with him or anything like that. I've met him.
I think it's just a cordial situation.
Yeah, I understand. Let me see. What did you and Kelly plan to have 6 kids, or were like some of them like unexpected?
They're just some were unexpected, but what happens, happens. Like that's why I said I don't regret any of my kids or what happened. All my kids, I love all my kids the same, and
Okay. Let me see. When you first started talking to Shawn, did you ever think it'd turn into all this? You guys get married, being on the show, having a baby?
I mean, absolutely not. Like,
yeah,
I spent the whole time that I was in prison, couldn't wait to get out to be single, like I was so trapped in there. Like I couldn't wait to like just be free. And then, he came along and, like you can't help your heart. So, I jumped right out of prison into a serious relationship. And like he said, it's been full throttle the whole time. We got engaged, we got pregnant, we got married, had the baby. Like it's literally been like, I mean, it feels like it's been 10 years because it's just like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
did you watch the show before you were on it?
I never even heard of the show before I was on it.
So the cameras were there on her release day. That part was true. That's how everybody goes, well, how did you get away with it? I got away with it not because I'd ask her what reality show she watched when I was on the phone with her. And she never said that. She never said this show.
Yeah, like we didn't get that channel in prison. So like I honestly didn't know. And like, as everybody can probably tell, I'm not a super big social media person anyway. Yes, I'll post occasionally. Yeah, I'll go on there occasionally, but I'm not like an everyday poster. I don't sit and, and I'm not a TV person either. Like I'm more so let's listen, music or something or be outside or whatever. Like I don't really care about those things. So, everybody doesn't understand how I didn't know that he was on there before, but I don't get into that kind of stuff.
It
like
was I was afraid like that she was gonna
somebody
find out
had
before
even
that.
told me, like your boyfriend looks like the guy on Life After Lockup. And I'm so retarded. I thought, well, that's weird. We hadn't even been on yet, and I thought, well, that's ironic, like I had no idea. Like it was seriously, I was that blinded. Like
When the producers, when we first met, that was our legit time first meeting. Everybody thought it was an Uber car, but it was such a long drive. If you know exactly how far, somebody had to sign her out, and they were not about to have me go sign her out, because they're like, nope, you guys are gonna, like, we want to catch the real thing.
The first
so
thing.
They went and got her and brought her back to me, you know what I mean? Because
and it was in a random parking lot, because the prison, not all prisons are okay with you filming, like not all places are okay.
So she didn't come in no Uber
there.
like everybody said.
Sorry. Okay, I remember what we're talking. Yeah, I remember that.
Like way back in the beginning.
Let me see. There's something I was gonna ask about what you guys were just saying, but I can't remember.
Sorry.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, when you first got on the show, Shawn, was it you or Destiny's idea? I don't think I've asked you this before.
I don't even know. I wrote into the show. But it was just kind of one of those things where I don't know. I think I saw it on there and I was like, hey, I'm just going to try to see what it's about. I never thought in a million years I was going to get casted for it, but it's just kind of like, because there's a lot of process that you have to go through. Everybody's just, oh, you just fill out a form, that's it. And there's a big long process that was, but it took a while to where I didn't even think I was on the show. Did you hear back from them like quick when I did, but I think they kind of want to know your whole story, and then I think they I think they want to hear from your friend. Like if you're not gonna have like exciting friends, you know what I mean, like type deal. Like I just think there's a whole picture. I don't want to say for them because I don't know what they look into, but I think because there was a lot of different people that had to Skype meetings and all this other stuff. Like it was not just you write an email and you're chosen. Like I guarantee you that. So. Okay. Do you guys feel like you were portrayed accurately on the show, like this season? I think you're portrayed how you want yourself to be portrayed. I don't think that you could. I don't think you can make it any different. You know what I mean? It's your life. Like you, at the end of the day, you say the stuff, you do the stuff. Yeah. It's you. You know what I mean? Well, and not only that, like perception's everything. 20 people can watch the same exact show and the same exact scene. 10 people are going to see it this way. 5 people are going to see it this way. 3 are going to see it that way. 2's going to see it that way. Like nobody's going to look at nobody's going to look at you the same regardless. So you can get on there and, like we did our first season, and walk on eggshells and try to watch what you say and are so scared people are going to judge you. Or you can get on there and be yourself, and people are either going to like you or judge you either way. You know what I mean? Like there's a big, literally nothing you can do about it. So, and I think that's the thing of the season that right now and last season, like I think it's night and day, just because we were ourselves. We didn't care, whatever. If we were hiding something from somebody, hey, wait, tell the show, like, but let's talk about it later, when they're not here. And I think that's the big key for us. And a lot of people say, oh, well, the show ruined my relationship. The show's only going to let you ruin your, if you let it. Like at the end of the day, they didn't make you break up. They didn't make you do those things. You don't have to do those things. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you're inviting them into your home, into your life. So why not be as real as you can, like, so. Yeah. You just got to set that boundary in your relationship, to not let it, obviously, stuff happens, stuff's chaotic. It can cause problems, but you got to like respect your relationship enough to not ruin it, Yeah. Yeah, because I'm sure you guys get so many comments and stuff. It'd be hard not to get in your head, like when people are saying this, that, and the third. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me see. What were we saying? I've learned to just, not like my first season, I let the comments like destroy me. Yeah, you can't read the comments. This season, like I just learned, like I got so many positive people like that are so nice to me and that are encouraging and that like,
that they literally blow all those negative comments away because there's so much love and support that I just don't even, I just don't even let it bother me anymore. Like this time, the only thing that truly got to me was the stuff about the baby, because it's like, come on.
Yeah.
It's obvious stuff that like you guys are just saying stuff to say it at this point. And, I said, say what you want about me. I got dogged out for not wearing makeup. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I was giving birth. I was 9 months pregnant. I literally had the worst pregnancy ever. I puked every single day. Like it was rough,
mine was rough
like
too,
it was terrible. So, I didn't fucking care to wear makeup. I didn't care what I looked like, and I still don't like it. That's irrelevant to me. So I didn't even acknowledge that type of stuff because it's irrelevant to me. Like, think what you want, whatever.
And obviously
when you say something about the baby though, or like my parenting, that's when I got upset because that was unnecessary. And at the end of the day, have you seen how many different shades of red my hair has been?
Oh,
it's called lighting. You know what I mean?
The lighting is
the lighting outside, the lighting in a building, like whatever. Like it appeared like I didn't have eyebrows. Well, when you see me on the operation table, obviously that was the same day. They were right there. So common sense says it's called lighting.
The lighting just kind of cut it.
But it's okay.
I was wondering because I'm like, dang, this girl's like dyeing her hair a different red color every week.
And it's right. It's not that. It's been the same red the whole time. It's just the lighting, and you can't help that. Like they have to, when we're filming outside, they have to use a certain, whatever. And inside it's the same way. They have to use, certain camera lights or what. I don't really know, but I know that it's camera lighting. That's what I do now.
Yeah, I get it. Well, let me see. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything you guys want to clear up? Any misconceptions?
My main thing, I guess, was just about the stuff with the baby, which I kind of, made my own post about that. That was super aggravating. And I at the end of the day, like I said, I got so many supporters and people that are like just so nice and encouraging that I don't even care. Like I don't let that stuff get to me anymore. Like I don't know how miserable you have to be to literally sit behind a computer and nitpick stuff about a child. Like that's insane to me. That's just my personal opinion. Just like they have their opinions. I get it, but like, come on.
Yeah.
So
the Uber,
the Lyft thing.
Yeah.
I never said I was going to be on another season. We don't even know yet. Like that's not even like I'm waiting for that email to come. Like I hope it does come before we do, because we all want to be on again. But it's never guaranteed until they announce it, until you're on. Like it's totally kind of like
misunderstood.
I don't know what he was saying. Like it was like I just but so people assume that you're going to be on that next season because you're on this one. And it's kind of weird how people take your words and just twist it. But no, it was not. I mean, we haven't even decided yet about next season. We're still in this season. So for that to all come out to say all that, that was kind of crazy. Yeah. But I do the Lyft. I do it, on the weekends because it's good money. Why would I not? Like I can make $1,000, $1,500 in a couple of days. So heck yeah, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? Because it just gives us the extra money because but I just think it's funny how people just take all this stuff.
I just think that they heard he was on a show and then just kind of ran with it and like twisted everything he said and like did a whole weird like post about it and stuff. Like
it was it's just like I don't. You just have to, at the end of the day, just that because it's fourth-hand information. Like it done went through 2 or 3 other people's hands. But like and then the whole thing, the reason why I'm bringing that up because we don't even know what's going to even happen next season. We don't even know if we want to be on it, if it's going to be on. Like we don't even know until it's announced or until it comes out. We don't even know. They could film all they want and none of it make it because they're off the show. Like you don't even know until it's announced, until it's on. That's when I get excited. That's when I know for sure. Is when I get that email at that time where it's saying, hey, congratulations, we're going to pick you up. You know what I mean? That's the email that I'd like to hear from. But that's probably not going to come until it's ready to air again. until they announce it to when you guys find out, you know, so.
Yeah. Would you guys do another season if you guys got the chance?
I mean, I think so. I mean, at this point, I feel like,
I mean, we're already in it now, you know, like
Yeah.
if the opportunity presented itself, like we would, you know, we would definitely do it again. Like he said, it's been a learning experience, you know, like for both of us, not just him, but myself too, you know, like, you know, it really, I mean, it's an experience, it's a once in a lifetime experience, you know, like not everybody can say that they've done that, you know, it's
Yeah.
and I think so too. As much as you know, I'm just having fun now. You know what I mean? Like now it's.
We just don't take it so serious anymore because like.
Yeah.
We just whatever happens now. Like if we got the drama from this family member, you know what? I don't even like. She gets mad at me, and it's like that's when it bothers me. You know what I mean? But family members, they're gonna have their own opinion anyways. So I learned not to like her mom. I don't let her mom get to me anymore. If her mom either can like me or don't like me, I don't care. Like her mom, I think, you know, has her days where, you know, she likes me and the next day she don't like me. So I don't even, it doesn't even bother me anymore. You know what I mean? So what bothers me now is just being myself and just kind of like knowing who I am as a person and what kind of person I am.
Yeah. Like our relationship is our relationship. And, you know, we've learned to not let other people
dictate our relationship. And that's what's going on with the comments, and we listen to the comments or this person say something, you know, like,
because someone just like someone saying something about her being, you know, mixed or whatever.
Now
like
if
he read that and like started like if we didn't have a solid relationship, he could have read that and start thinking stuff in his mind, you know, like stuff like that can cause issues in your relationship if you don't have, like he said, like thick skin and you know your relationship, you know. So like we've learned to not let, and not just the comments, just people in our lives too, like he said, like my mom, like when she has her days where she doesn't care for him or whatever, like I still love him, he's my husband, you know, like we don't let, you know, that's outside one thing people that we've worked on is.
And I think that's been the hardest part, you know, either seeing ourselves on TV or listening to the comment. We just kind of have that common ground, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, if we just need to sit down and talk about it. Okay, look, man, what happened? Like you just drug me under the, you know what I mean? And just try to have that communication that we didn't have before and that I've never had before and trying to understand that, you know what I mean? So, and I think that that's what's made this whole season better because we've had our, you know, everybody's got mad at me. Everybody's got happy with me. Everybody's got upset with me. You know, everybody's cried with me. Like it's just kind of like it was just me in general, you know, like this, that was me. They got the whole package this season and it was just something, and I had fun doing it, you know, maybe not at the moment, but at the end, you know what I mean? So it just kind of like, you know, so many people, you know, it just kind of, it was a good experience. So.
Yeah, at the end of the day, all that matters is what you guys think about each other. I can tell you guys really, truly love each other. And you guys are always respectful to each other. You know, like when you guys talk on the side with the cameraman, you know, you can kind of tell like which ones, you know, like the people who aren't really there for those people for the right reasons because they're just dragging the hell. It's like, okay, that don't bother you to talk about your partner like that. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like we still, you know, even when we get mad at each other, I feel like we still have a level of respect for each other, you know, like you have to sleep have in another
room, or we have our issues just like everybody else. Like
there's not a married couple in the world that has a perfect relationship.
You guys kind of got to see a little bit of everything, you know, and who knows, you know, like it's just kind of like I'm the type of person is I don't never want to hurt anybody's feelings, so I always try to just, you know, tell this person this thing and this one, it's the same thing to me. I just said it a different way to each other, you know. So
okay. Oh shoot, I didn't realize we've been going for like 50 minutes. I'm like, dang.
Oh wow.
I mean, that's fine with me, but I didn't sorry, I didn't mean to take up so much of your guys' time.
Oh, it's okay. It's fine.
Like I said, you're the only one.
Yeah, I appreciate it. What do you guys do when you aren't filming for TV? Like, I know you guys got a family. What do you guys like to do with each other?
Well, we went to like escape rooms. We go to the zoo, the aquarium, just to the park. Like it just
do like grill outs, and you know, like we have a you know, 2 other couples that will like do stuff with sometimes. You know, like
you guys talk to other. Do you guys talk to other people on the show?
I did in the beginning, a couple of people, but I don't really anymore. I just kind of like, we just kind of do our own
you
thing.
gotta learn to keep that. There's a boundary that has to be there too, you know?
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, is there anything else you guys want to say before I let you guys off here?
No, but again, you know, thanks for taking your time out and doing this.
Yeah,
Like,
for
we always
sure.
have fun with you. So
Yes, thank you
it
guys.
just,
You
you
guys
got
are
to be the
welcome
lucky
back.
one to get the. You just got to be the lucky one to get it with the little one.
Yeah, I feel special. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
And
we
she's
talked her to sleep.
she's being so calm now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Because
really
she's knocked
appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, thanks for doing it with us and letting us, you know,
And thanks
speak our
for
piece.
Yes. And yeah,
and
you guys
thanks
are welcome
for
back.
taking care of the other issue.
Oh yeah. Anytime. But where can people find you and follow you guys at? And I'll make sure I leave it all in the description too for people.
Yeah, well, we both have Instagram. I don't know if you have our things already.
I haven't put in the well, I haven't uploaded it yet, but yours is Sarah Isaac 679. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then how do you
Shawn
spell yours,
Osborne
Shawn?
813.
OSBORNOR. Okay, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's OSBORNE.
Okay. Yeah, because I was
Like
looking
Ozzy,
up.
but without the U.
Yeah, I kept trying to find you on social media, like your first season. I could not find you, but I kept spelling it wrong.
Yeah, I bet a lot of
Everybody
people do
does.
it with a U.
Yep, everybody spells it with
But
a
yeah,
U.
and I also have a Facebook, but it's just my regular name.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I'll make sure I leave it in the description. It was nice talking to you guys.
It was you too.
Alrighty.
All right. Take
Enjoy your
care,
weekend.
guys. Have a good night. All right.
All right,
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.